Hello guys, we're back with another video. This time we have President Joe Biden versus Marjorie Taylor Greene, who is a Georgia House representative. She's extremely far right, and that's a huge issue for her on the national election, and this is why I think she'll really struggle, just because of how far right-wing she is. She's further right-wing than Trump even, so it's going to be very hard for her to win, and she's a QAnon believer, so add on to that, and you're going to see probably a Democratic landslide on this map. So let's get right into it. First, two states going to be ranking. Montana, still think it'll be a likely victory for Taylor Greene. Definitely be under 10% for sure. Kansas as well will be under 10%. Same with Alaska. It might even go, actually, it'd probably go to lean because of how far right she is. We saw Sarah Palin lose. But that is because she was running against a very centrist Democrat, even more centrist than Joe Biden. So with Joe Biden being more of a center-left candidate, the margin would definitely be under 5% here in Alaska. But Marjorie Taylor Greene's very far right, so that's why it's down to a lean margin in Alaska. Mississippi also see as a likely margin. Same with South Carolina, just because of how far right she is. In Nebraska's 1st district, I see it going as a likely margin, just because of how right-wing she is, while Nebraska's 2nd would be a likely margin for the Democrats. All right, let's get to more safe states. Colorado and New Mexico, don't really think they're going to be competitive at all in this matchup. Same with Virginia, very traditionally Democratic states, and Biden won all 3 of these by over 10% against Trump in 2020, so he might even expand his margins against Marjorie Taylor Greene from that election. In Minnesota, I also see him expanding his margin greatly in the Rust Belt against Marjorie Taylor Greene because of how far right-wing she is. And I also see Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, all being won by a likely margin against Marjorie Taylor Greene. The one state that could maybe go to lead is Wisconsin, but even then, against Marjorie Taylor Greene, I think she'll just get crushed by Joe Biden, honestly. She's way too far right to win a national election. In New Hampshire and Maine, I see these as safe states. I think Biden will be easily able to win them by over 10%. Even Maine's 2nd district, I see flipping for Joe Biden, which is pretty big because Trump won this by a likely margin in the 2020 election. Now let's see here, what states are left. Her home state of Georgia, I think that's out of reach, honestly. I think Biden would be able to easily win it against her because of how out of touch she is with this independent voters, honestly. In Nevada and Arizona, also see these as very out of reach for Marjorie Taylor Greene. A lot of moderate Republicans in Arizona. And I think most independent voters in Nevada will be turned off by Greene's being the nominee. In the states of North Carolina and Ohio, I see these as even wins for Joe Biden, especially Ohio, I think be pretty striking. But again, she'll do awful with independent voters here, and I don't see her making the state that competitive. In the state of Florida, I even see this as flipping towards Joe Biden, which is pretty big because Florida is trending more and more to the Republican Party. I just think he'll do extremely well among independent voters here. In the state of Texas, I still think she'll get a narrow victory, probably under 2 points, like a 1.5% victory I see her getting. Only because Joe Biden's still pretty hated here in Texas, according to the approval polls. And in Iowa as well, just because out of hatred and out of spite for Joe Biden, I still think Greene will be able to win this state. So pretty much, it's nearly a clean sweep of the swing states. Only swing states Greene wins is Alaska, Texas, and Iowa, while Biden wins the rest. Let me know what you think of this election prediction in the comments below. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.